Good morning, people. We're going to tackle some of the rusty stuff today, and then we'll put the second coat of rusty caps later on and put the first coat on the bits that we've done the welding on. So just going to clean up around the area with one of these. These are really handy for like stuff like this. Just the roll lock pads, you stick a velcro thing on. And we can just clean up around that and see where the metal becomes good. See what we're working with. And then we can cut it out with a angle grinder. And then we'll start sort of making some, might make some cardboard templates or just do it by eye with metal. We'll work something out. So it hasn't got to be massively pretty, but better than a hole. So I'm going to clean this up and we'll go from there. Right, making a start. Just going to do it in sort of sections because I don't have, you know, English wheels and bending brakes and things like that. So I can't make one complete crazy shape. I just sort of have to do it in bits that I can manage. So that's the first bit. And keep plodding along. I'll probably put a simple bit that goes across here. I've left this long so I can just, you know, do whatever, because anything from this line downwards is hidden by the plastic side sill cover, so that's why I spent a little bit of time getting that quite nice at the top there, because that's visible. I'll grind down these welds and hopefully you won't even know it was there. But like I say, from here downwards, well, from that line downwards, I don't have to be too accurate with it. I'll still try and make it as neat as I can, but you know, I don't want to spend forever doing it because I've got other holes to fill as well and all sorts of stuff to get on with. So, right, I shall crack on. I'll bring you back when I've got some progress. Well, I just stopped for lunch, come back out. It was raining, so filming might be a little bit tricky because I've kind of built a temporary shelter. Try and cover the compressor, the welder, the bit that I'm working on. I've got about this much floor space, so hopefully when the rain stops I'll be able to film a bit more, but for now it's a bit cramped in here, so I'll just crack on and get stuff done. I just made a cardboard template and cut it out in steel. I'm going to put a bend in there, and that will take, I'm going to do this section, and then the here it is, this bit that I cut out, I'm going to replicate that bend for the final piece. That's the plan anyway. There's a little bit of a hole here which I'll put a patch on, do something with. Right, bring you back when I've got some progress and hopefully it's not raining. Right, I think that's pretty much done. It's a bit shitty on the bottom because you weld into crispy, not crispy, but like, you know, corroded stuff that doesn't clean up very well. There's a little hole there. Might just go over that and just run a bridge across it. Wasn't too worried about grinding this down too much because it's hidden by that trim. Like I say, the trim line is there, so the bit you see, try to make it look as neat as possible. Once you get some primer on there, that'll look alright. So next will be the bit at the rear door, so I shall tackle that next. There's a couple of coats of rust encapsulator. That should protect it nicely. When I do the hole under here, I'll spray some inside as well and paint the back of that. And I didn't bother with that little hole there because I dare say the whole bottom of this sill is quite thin, and ideally you'd just replace the whole thing. But I'm gonna spray stuff inside it so it's coated from the outside and the inside. It's not going to get any worse. And like I say, it's not structural because giant chassis. And I made a start on cutting out and tidying up the carnage at the back. There's quite a few little intricate sections I'm going to have to make to sort of fabricate something up there. But it shouldn't be too bad. And there was a few little holes on the other sill, but like the same with that sill, I'm going to paint the outside. Yeah, there's a couple of little blow throughs, but I reckon the bottom of that again is quite thin. Probably just a water trap over 26 years. There's a little bit at the corner there. What I'll do is I'll sand it down, put 2 coats of rust encapsulator on. Yeah, see there's another little bit there. And then spray stuff all inside as well, so it's protected from the outside and the inside. So it shouldn't get any worse. It will certainly last the length of time that I'm going to own the truck. Another 20 years. Then we can get a second coat on the chassis and the under the floor, and then we can do the 2K Raptor paint. And then it's a case of refitting the fuel tank, rear axle, that will go in as one unit, new panhard bars, new front upper and lower link arms, new handbrake cable, connect all that up, make the new brake line up, and then we're done. Oh, put the new bumper on that I'm halfway through fabricating as well. Then we're done. Right guys, it's pretty much out of time for today, so we'll pick this up in the morning. Cheers, bye. And that's the back, almost done. There's 2-3 bits in there. Got to put a bit in the back, which I'm currently doing cardboard template, a bit there, and then we'll move on to something else. I'll bring you back when I've got some progress. Hey guys, not sure where I left off last time. Been doing some more work on the Hilux, and I've now got like 3 coats of paint on the, I've done the repair. I'm not sure if that was in the last video or not, but 3 coats of paint now on that, and I've painted all the way along the bottom of that sill, 3 coats by brush, and done around inside there as well. And there was a little bit of blow through at the back there, but I turned it into a drainage hole. So if you do have tiny little holes and you're not too worried about it, just use a cone cutter and make it sort of like a 20mm hole. Either put a grommet in it or just leave it open, which I can spray my cavity wax in there and protect the inside of the sill, and also it doesn't attract the attention of the MOT guy, because it looks factory. And today I'm mostly faffing around with the rear bumper. I've also got some cover now, just in case it does rain again. Only cheap and cheerful. As long as there's not more than 5 mile/h wind, we'll be okay. So, I'm not sure what you saw on the bumper progression, but I've got the end caps on now. And some little infill pieces. I just need to grind down some more welds. And I made this sort of cover panel, which I'm in the process of playing around with today. Just because I thought without it, it looked a bit open and weird, like it didn't look sort of complete with the car. So I've made this panel, and I've just drilled through and fitted the catch. And now I'm going to drill through in various places and put a load of riv nuts in, and then it can all be screwed down. And the idea is it's easier to have it all removable, because the bumper's removable, this is removable. Trying to fit the bumper with this welded to it would be impossible, just because of the way it goes. And yeah, so I'll get those riv nuts done, then get the bumper taken off again. I've already had it on and off several times because I was trying to get the fit right. And take it off. I'm going to paint behind here. I might paint these bits behind here black, because I think it would kind of look a bit better. And then I can get the bumper painted. And I'll sort of be jumping between doing that and putting I still need to get the second coat on of rust encapsulator on the chassis. And then we can start doing the 2K Raptor paint on everything and refitting everything. But today's job is this. So I'll bring you back when I've got some progress. Okay, I've got the riv nuts done on the top there. And I've just clamped it. So I'm going to put riv nuts along the bottom through onto the bumper. And then that job's done. That can all come off and do some more painting. There we go, all done. Just I left a little bit excess on this because I wasn't sure how it would all sort of press in, so I'm just going to cut that off and then grind it so it's smooth. Quite happy with that. I'll shut the boot, you'll kind of see how it so I think it looks better having a trim panel in there, because otherwise it looked a bit open and the boot kind of looked like it was sort of floating and a bit weird. Yeah, I like that. And like I say, I'll probably paint these bits here black, just because I think that'll look a little bit better as well. I've got to put some drain holes, or I want to put some drain holes in this bumper so that if any water does get in, it can get out rather than just rotting it from the inside out. But they'll all be sprayed inside with rust encapsulator and cavity wax anyway. But the drainage holes will obviously allow me to spray inside as well, so it sort of serve two purposes. Now I've got to take it all off. Because it's just me, I've got this ratchet strap around the roof of the truck, and then I'll tie this bit up to that tailgate hatch, and then I can undo the bolts and sort of gently lower it down without it just falling down, because that bumper's quite hefty now. So we'll get that off, and then I can carry on doing the chassis painting and getting there. I'll bring it back when I've got some progress.